Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Rifty, and today I'm gonna be talking about my dream teams. Like what are my dream teams for Call of Duty? What teams do I want to be in? What teams, you know, my dream teams. What teams do I want to be in when, or if I get the chance to. My dream teams. Everybody has their dream trick shotting teams or sniping teams. So I think there's a couple like my lower three are trick shotting only because that's me. I'm a trick shotter. Well, if you guys don't know, I'm actually a trick shotter and a feeder, but I'm just playing one shot right now just to make you guys an AW video. I don't know if you guys like watching it or not, but I don't know if you guys like watching it or not. Let me know if you guys do. Let me know what COD you guys want me to see. I'll even play Ghost. I don't care. I'll just play anything you guys want to see. I'll just throw some commentary over it. Well, I don't mean to sound like a sellout, but I just just commentate over it as you guys watch me play. As you can tell, I'm not that good at AW. I'm doing all right now. I'm going 9-5. I don't think I'm positive on. I'm just not really that good at AW. Right now, I'm just in the mood for it, so I'm just making one of my 7-minute video. Making one of my videos for my week that I'm gonna be gone. Actually, I still gotta do one more after this. I was thinking about trying to do a cut com. I tried to do one, but it just wasn't working. It's just, I just, I'm just still learning. I gotta figure out how to do all that. I know how to do it all, but it's really time consuming. Editing a video, it really is. I mean, yeah, it's a cut com, but it takes a lot more than you think to do a cut com. Like, I didn't realize it until I tried to do one. It's a lot of work. Like, I don't see how these big YouTubers do them. It takes a lot of freaking work, you guys. I'm sorry I tried to record this video. I did this one time. I've done this actually a couple times because I don't know why. I'm just having a hard time recording this. I have no idea why. I'm just here talking about my dream teams. But I'm actually getting off topic right now. Let's just get right in the video, okay? My lower three, okay, meaning like 300k or less. And I'm gonna tell you why right now. Number one is Saw because I really like the content they're producing. I like the team. I like the players. And I like what the players have been doing. I just think it's really cool that they're hitting like they're just an all around badass team right now. Sorry for my language. They're just hitting some nasty shots. Like they're hitting the best around. They're just hitting all around best clips. They're one of the best teams I'm seeing right now. I really like looking at them because just they're just such a sick they're like honestly what I'm feeling right now is they're the best team around. You know they're producing content like FaZe. They're hitting shots like FaZe members are. Like they're hitting nasty ass shots. Lately, I heard Horizon took a lot of their players, which is about to get me into my number two team right now. Horizon. They are a restarting team. I'm not sure who's doing it, but I know Dare Jolts, one of the old. I think he was the leader of Dare or co-lead. Anyway, he's moving to Horizon. They took a lot of Saw players. They took Saw's like top three players. I think just like an all around badass team right now. They're hitting some really crazy stuff. I really enjoy them because I really feel like they're gonna produce some really good content. They have a couple. They have some good editors too. They picked up a couple good editors from Saw, and I think they took a couple. I think they got a couple from Dare. Another thing, that's what Dare Jolts did. He took a lot of good people from Dare too, over to Horizon with him. And they've also took some now for teams that I think they're both at 200k, or one's at 190, the other one's at 200. I'm not sure, you guys. I don't keep track of subs. But yeah, dude, they're just that's just another wow. You guys see that, man? That lineup, man. Leave a like for my choke. Producing some really good, not really. Honestly, I don't like editing on their videos. You know, I'm more of just watching the clips than seeing all the editing and all that. Yeah, it's cool how they have, you know, but you know, you see, you know, there's some editors even just right here in the Call of Duty, like Nikki HD, how she made that Pomage movie. That was, that's amazing. Or even somebody from FaZe, I don't remember who it was, but they got a job in China or something like that, or Japan, about teaching editing classes. You know, they're just all around good people. You know, you see some crazy stuff. Just over freaking video games, you see some crazy things. But yeah, uh, Synergy and Saw. I just think it's amazing how, you know, they barely have like 200k or something like that, or almost at 200k, and they are producing the content they are. The players they have and the shots and clips that they're hitting. It's unbelievable for a team like that. And then I'll just throw a bonus in there, L7. Although, yeah, they are having, you know, I just feel, you know, right now, they're just in a rough patch. I feel like they're just in a rough patch right now. They're just, you know, every team has a bump in the road. You know, I just think they're at their bump right now. They're in the middle of their bump. I feel like they're gonna pull it together soon, and they will come up to be a pretty good team too. Um, they are kind of still, you know, they've had a couple problems of, you know, like the whole selling roster spots and stuff like that. You know, I think I honestly I think they might have sold a couple, cause you see some of the shots that some of them have hit, and you're like, what? You know, I can hit that. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all have seen like same thing, like, oh, I can hit a bunch of 720s, so I'm talking, I can't be in phase. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. You know, I just think it's crazy though how little teams like that are hitting such amazing clips. All right. And then now that's gonna end off my bottom team, my lower teams, my upper teams, like my bet, like the ones with more subs, like FaZe and all them. FaZe I'm gonna leave out though, because you know everybody wants to be in FaZe. And when I say everybody, I mean legit, like everybody wants to. Um, I don't mean like that, like it like that, but there is a lot of people that want to join FaZe right now. Shit, I'm one of them. You know, everybody, you know, wants to join FaZe. So I'm not gonna say them, but I'd say my first favorite team would probably have to be, you know, I would have to say out of, I think it would honestly it'd be Soar. It would be Soar, and I'm gonna say why. Why? Because my inspiration was there. Soar Moonzy. If you guys didn't know, I had a friend. Okay, this is how I got watching. This is how I started watching. This is how I started trick shotting. He's the reason why I started trick shotting. I had a friend that joined Era Eternity. They just ended, by the way. I think I already said that. But I had, you know, I just wanted to be with them because I also wanted to be in Era. Only because Moonzy was in them. You know, you you always want to play like your favorite people, okay? You know, they're like, they're, and Moonzy's one of my people. He's actually the only person I ever want to be like. I just, you know, he has some he has some great clips. You know, I don't know. See, that's just, it's kind of dumb that I like a team just because they had one person in it, but you know, it's just me. I also like Soar because that, you know, they're like FaZe, you know, they have 600k. They've been hitting some nasty clips too. But I would and then I'd go from Soar would be my top. Would definitely be my most favorite team that I want to join. But under FaZe, but then and then like right now, Moonji, he's in Red now, which brings me into my next favorite team, Red. Why? Because Moonji joined them. I think it's also not because of that. It's also because they're a B team from FaZe, and if I joined Red, it would make it so much easier for me to join FaZe. The best way to get into FaZe would be from Red or Obey Alliance, because you know, if you haven't really noticed, there is a lot of people that have gotten recruited from Soar into FaZe. All these older people that are like blown up, like no, Jev was never into Soar. Like Adapt was in Soar. Rug was in Soar. Rain, I'm pretty sure was in Soar. There's just like, you know, there's just crazy, you know. Soar's, you know, not very many people have gotten picked up from Soar to FaZe in a long time, you know. I think Nickmo, I think he was the last one to get recruited from Soar to FaZe. I know Nickmo was in Soar for sure. I know that one for sure. That's just crazy though, guys. Which would bring me into my very last team is Obey Alliance. Obey Alliance is my last team because they're just not really my kind of team. You know, they're just not my kind of team. They're just not a team that I would like to be in. They're really not. But I would join them. But they would help my way to FaZe. You know, they help my way to complete my dream, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's only the reason why. And they do produce some good content, but they're just not my kind of team. Obey is just not. You know, they're one of those teams that don't give a shit about underrated players. They don't recruit underrated players at all. When was the last time you've ever seen an underrated player get recruited to a big clan like Obey, you know, or even Soar, or even FaZe? You know, it would be kind of crazy if some out of nowhere FaZe just recruited somebody that was a nobody. They're just a nobody. Nobody knows them. That would be kind of cool, I guess you could say. I've just, you know, it's just the way Call of Duty is nowadays. You like, I bet you when the developers first made this game, they didn't think of it to become this billion-dollar company. Like, did I just hit marker that? Yo, did I just hit marker a shot and then my teammate kill it? Yo, leave a like for that. I think I just hit marker a shot. I'm not too sure. But if you guys want, leave a like on that. Leave a like for that hit marker. Or I think I might have shot a stun ball, I guess. But yo, leave a like for whatever I just did right there. Hit marker. Even shot a stun ball. That'd be pretty cool, you know. Leave a like for that. I think, you know, this is gonna wrap up my commentary. It's been your boy Rifty, you guys. Later.